I could use a few groschen. Do you know of any work around here?
What? Don't bother me. I got other things on my mind right now. Wait a mo. I know you. We've met before.
Well, it's possible. I've met a lot of people.
I know. You helped our Carol out, remember? You carried some sacks together to our camp.
Oh, yeah. You're with that fellow with the arrow in his head, right?
Exactly.
Ah, how could I forget? It's not every day you meet a fellow with a wooden shaft sticking out of his head.
So we'll have to have a drink to his memory together.
Well, something happened to him.
Aye. Our dear Carol passed away.
Didn't he say the arrow protected him? That it made him unbeatable?
But he was!
Then how come they got him?
I don't fucking know. I don't know how this miraculous shit works. Carol just said it made him unbeatable. And now this. Fuck. So I don't know. I don't know.
Oh? What happened?
Well, everything went to shit. Everything that could have gone wrong, went wrong. We wanted to rob a convoy. A bit of gold, a lot of booze, and 3 guards at most. Only there were a lot more of them fuckers.
Shit.
It was a bloodbath. I don't even know how we managed to escape. But Carol got left behind. They picked him up and took him away. It's all fucked.
Well, if they picked him up, he doesn't have to be dead. Maybe he's locked up somewhere.
If only. But that's not what happened. They strung him up. There was nothing to be done. We fell right into their trap, like lambs to the slaughter.
Fuck. What are you gonna do now? Without a leader?
Well, I'm the leader now, but it doesn't matter. Because as soon as we show up anywhere, we're dead.
Are they looking for you?
There's a price on our heads. But more importantly, without the power of Carol's arrow, we're lost.
Not a chance. That old coot will outlive us all. No, it was Jan.
Well, it seems like you could really use that arrow.
You're damn right we could. Before Carol got it, we were in a real bad way. We barely had anything to eat. A band of miserable wretches. And Carol, he was a sad case. Always getting wounded and beaten up. This one time he was running through the forest and stabbed himself on a tree branch. Would you believe it? Even a tree could beat the fella. And then along came that arrow. He told me once, after he got hit and was out of it, he saw a saint or something. It really changed him.
Ah, that's an interesting story. And what does it imply?
Look, you're looking for a job, and we need that arrow. How about you help us? I'll pay you handsomely.
What do you have in mind?
Well, I need someone to find Carol's body. And to get, well, to pull that arrow out of him.
Are you shitting me? You want me to yank it out of his skull? Ugh.
I know, it sounds nasty. But Carol would agree to it. I'm sure he wouldn't want us to end up dead. He'd happily give us the arrow.
That's a job for someone with an iron stomach.
It's nothing too complicated. Find Carol's body and pull out the arrow. That's it. So then, will you help us?
This is just about the oddest thing anyone's ever asked me to do. And I've had some odd requests, but... all right, I'll help you. Where should I look for him?
Well, that's the problem. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, we're off to a great start.
Hold your horses. I've got a bit of a lead. Our whole plan with the caravan went to shit near Sedlets. They've got a cemetery there, and I heard there was a bit of a commotion about the last execution. The local gravedigger lives near the cemetery. I'm sure he'll know something. That's about all I know. We can't go round asking questions. That'll cost us our necks.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
If you manage to get the arrow, bring it here.
Matthew won't be coming back. He took a liking to the bandit life around the trade routes.
Ungrateful bastard. When I first met him, he had a rusty axe and holes in his boots.
He said he didn't want to die for a king he didn't even know.
Nobody asked him to. All he has to do is fight. Others can do the dying.
Why do they call you the Dry Devil, anyway?
Why do they call you fuckhead?
But they don't call...
All right. I was only joking. I don't even know how I got the nickname. Suppose it could have something to do with all the killing and my natural beauty. It's certainly catchier than His Grace Sir Hinnek the First of Kunstad and Yashpitz. That name wouldn't scare a fucking coward. But say it Dry Devil, and everybody just shits themselves.
How do you know Kubienka?
He saved my arse back at Neuhaus. We only made it out thanks to him. I thought we were fucked. But then Kubienka appeared, dragging a ladder, asking how much we would pay for it.
What did he get for it?
The first thing he got was a good fucking beating, because we thought he'd been dead for 2 days. But after we escaped, we made sure he didn't have to pay for drinks for a long time.
How long have you known Zizka?
It's been a while. He served with me during the Moravian Margrave Wars.
So you were his commander, sir?
That's water under the bridge now. I'm just an old wanted robber baron whose neck you and Zizka just saved. I don't give a shit about the sirs anymore, you see?
Ah, all right then. What can you tell me about Zizka?
Well, based on what you two have been through, I'd say you should know him pretty well by now. When everything is fucked, people around you are dying and you're fighting for your very life, only then can you really learn what a person is like.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. I'm just about bored to death, so at least this'll make the time pass faster. Today, fighting with a longsword is in fashion. And why not? It's a great weapon. But in the end, it's all just a matter of taking out that bastard who's against you, isn't it? No one asks how you did it, so I'll show you this ruse of mine.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
All right, as long as you're not all thumbs, we'll get through this quick. There's nothing complicated about it. See, all you need to do is, during a deep thrust, to unexpectedly drop your right hand from the sword, and then you can get much further with your left. The opponent usually doesn't have enough time, and the tip of the sword ends up in his face like a giant stinger. Clean, fast work. And now, come and try it a few times. Good. You could be bloody damn good, if you don't get killed first.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. I've seen you fight, and you could be a bit more direct, my friend. Just forget about what it looks like, you get me? I'll show you how to take out your opponent without slitting him open from his neck to his arse. What do you say?
That sounds good.
Aye, I can see you like longswords too, eh? So listen, the trick is about speed and surprise. After stabbing with the sword, you immediately turn it around, and while sliding, you strike the sword's pommel forward. If you do it fast enough, the opponent won't have time to move, and you'll hit him right between the eyes. And now, come and try it a few times. Well, good, eh? Let it sit for a while and you'll get it in your blood.
I'd like to learn a...
Certainly. If you're a good lad, I'll show you one of my best tricks with a sword. Or how to quickly send the bastard who's against you to the devil! But it can only be done with a sword. And what's more, you can't have a shield in your other hand.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Of course. I knew immediately that would lure you in. The main thing is to attack from above. To quickly catch the opponent's wrist and push the edge of your own sword over his blade, so it's under his neck. If you do it right, I reckon I don't have to tell you what comes next, do I? And now, Come and try it a few times. Good, eh? Let it sit for a while.
Ja! Ja! Go! Quick!
Did you hear about what the bailiffs are planning? No, I don't know.
Quick!
Go on.
Whoa! Whoa! Ja! Ja! Quick! Ja! Ja! Go! Ja! Go! Go! Ja! Quick! Ja! Go! Ja! Go! Go! Ja! Ja!
God! God! Go!
Whoa!
Greetings, my friend.
When is the last time you buried an executed man?
Why do you care?
I promised his wife I'd pray at his grave, so his soul would be at peace.
So his soul would be at peace, eh?
Exactly.
A bit late for that. His soul is burning in hell.
Oh? Why do you think so?
Because the last executed man I buried was a fucking sorcerer.
What?
You heard me. A sorcerer. When they arrested him, he had an arrow stuck in his head. But he kept on living. It wasn't no fresh wound. It was old, healed. The thing stuck out of his head like a tree branch.
He was no sorcerer. Just a regular fella who got in the way of an arrow.
Tell that to the village crones. Of course he was a sorcerer. Nobody can survive an arrow in the head. There's magic and witchcraft behind it. Even the priest said so. Good thing we strung him up right away. It could have turned really nasty. He'd send a plague upon us or something worse.
Ah, nonsense.
Are you trying to say our priest don't know what he's talking about? I ain't telling you shit. Now get out of here before I really lose my temper.
It's a blessing to see someone doing their job dutifully. I can see you take good care of the cemetery. I'm sure the abbot would be interested to know you're so conscientious.
Thanks, sir. You know the abbot?
Of course I do. I'm on my way to see him now. I'll tell him about your good work.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry I was so rough with you. I've got to be careful. I'm sure you understand. There's all sorts of strange fellas lurking around here from time to time. I have to keep things in order.
I understand. But now hurry up and show me the grave.
The grave you're looking for ain't in the cemetery. Can't have witchy bastards like that lying here among decent folk.
Where can I find it then?
If it was up to me, I'd have thrown him to the wild dogs in the forest. At least then he'd be useful for something. But a sorcerer has to be buried. So I dug a hole near the big willow tree behind the cemetery wall.
All right. Thanks. Ugh. That looks fresh. Oh, shit. It's him. Yeah. Phew. I've got it.
Greetings. Aye, coming right up.
I'm looking for Pasha. Have you seen him around here?
Oh, you must be that good Samaritan, helping us out with our little matter.
Maybe. And who are you?
They call me Heir. I've been waiting here for you. Pasha had to return to the camp. He's got duties to attend to. Leadership duties. See?
I get it.
So, do you have it? Did you find the arrow?
Of course. I'll keep my promises.
All right. Show it to me.
Well, why not? Here it is.
Sweet Mother Mary. I never thought I'd see it with my own eyes.
I'll be happy to give it to you, but not for free.
I know. Pasha promised you a reward, but I don't have any money for you. I was supposed to wait for you here and take you to the camp. Pasha will pay you there.
Well, that's a shame. I was thinking it was too easy. Well, let's go then, eh?
Hey, where did you find it? I mean, where is Karel buried?
In Sedles. There's a big willow tree near the cemetery. He's buried beneath it. What, do you want to put flowers on his grave?
I'd like to, but there's no time. Pasha has big plans with the arrow, so I reckon we'll start robbing again soon. I'm worried what will come of it.
What are Pasha's plans?
Robbing? On a grand scale. Well, he's not like Karel. Pasha wants gold, booze, ores. Most of all, revenge. I'm afraid it'll end badly.
If he believes the arrow will protect him, he might try to do something too dangerous.
Aye. And he'll take us all with him for a few groschen, or because of some fucking vengeance. One by one, we'll end up swinging. I don't know what to do. I don't want to go back there. Hey, listen, let's talk.
What's going on?
Hey, listen up. Pasha mustn't get the arrow. If you give it to him, well, you'll be killing us all. The man doesn't know when to stop. He'll drag us on raids we won't come back from.
What do you suggest?
Give me the arrow. I don't have any coin to pay you for it, but you'll be doing the right thing. You'll save a few good men from certain death.
You're the same bunch, aren't you? Why shouldn't Pasha have it?
Because if he gets his hands on it, he'll kill us all.
What kind of nonsense is that?
It's the truth. Pasha isn't like Karel. Karel was like an holy man. He preached like a priest. We kept talking about humility, about how we only need a little to live. He always said, an humble life can be a good life.
He sounds like a good man. A shame.
He was. Pasha, on the other hand, well, he's different. He keeps babbling about how we'll have mountains of gold just as soon as he gets his hands on the arrow, and how he'll take revenge on all those who did him wrong. Well, he's like a madman. I'm afraid he'll drag us into something that'll have us all swinging.
That's the risk of being a bandit, though. It can cost you your neck.
So it is. But I'm not going to hang just because Pasha wants his vengeance.
If I give it to you, What will you do with it?
I'll go somewhere far away and start my own gang. I don't need mountains of gold or revenge like Pasha. We'll be happy with a little and we'll have a good life. Like with Carol, and the arrow will help us.
I understand, but Pasha gave me the job. I'll only give the arrow to him.
I was worried this would happen. Look at it this way. We're all alone. Here, nobody'll hear you scream. So, either you give me the arrow, or I'll take it from you.
Take a good look at me. Do you think you stand a chance? We both know perfectly well how that would turn out.
It wouldn't be my first fight.
But it'll be your last. I don't want to kill you, but if you leave me no other choice, I'll do it.
I won't go back to the camp. Pasha will lead us all to hell.
Go where you want, but the arrow stays with me.
Shit!
Quick! Gah! Quick! Gah!
I heard something like that. Apparently the burghers hired some Hungarian mercenaries against them. So, what happened? That's it.
I found your Carol. He's buried in Sedlets.
Glory to the Lord. And the arrow? Do you have it?
I do. And I'll tell you, getting it was weird. Never done anything like it.
See? You felt it too? It's a powerful artifact, and its power will save us. Where's Hare? I left him to wait at the Devil's Den, so he'd lead you here.
No idea where he is. I didn't see him.
That's just like him. Can't be relied on. That young fool thinks he's got the wisdom of Solomon, but he'll come crawling back. He'll be hungry, and then I'll deal with him. But back to the task at hand. Give me the arrow.
Here it is.
That's the one. Incredible. I can feel the power. It really is the one. Lord, thank you for this gift. We'll do great things with it.
I'm glad you like it. Now, what about my reward?
Hold on, lad. We're not done yet. Back then, it was me that picked the arrow and shot it. First, it seemed like an accident. But it was the hand of God that guided me. Through this arrow, our Lord sent down incredible power to one of his flock. And now, it's my turn! Just like Carol before me, now I'll receive the blessing of our Heavenly Father.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Today, it will be you who blesses me with the arrow, friend, and we'll never go hungry again.
Wait, you want me to shoot you in the head?
Don't be afraid. No, it will endow me with great power, and then I'll lead my companions to abundance and plenty.
If it's really what you want, I'll shoot you.
Done! Don't think of it as shooting. I want your arm to be guided by the arm of our Lord, who shall bless me this day. You shall be his servant.
All right, then.
Here's the crossbow. I'm ready. God bless us.
Hurry up and shoot already! Arrow! Arrow! Arrow!
Arrow! Arrow! Arrow! Glory to... The arrow killed him. We're done for.
We're
Have
cursed!
mercy!
We're cursed.
Greetings to you. God be with you. God be with you. God bless.
Do you need something of me?
Well,
I wanted to ask you for something.
Pray tell. What's it about?
You wouldn't want to have another bout, would you?
Right now?
Well, yeah.
Why? I already beat you. And Toomer and Stanley, too.
Exactly. So I figured that if I beat you now, you'll still win overall. But if Stanley saw me beat someone that kicked his ass, maybe he'd leave me alone.
And do you think you'd stand a chance to beat me?
Well, that's just it. I'd need you to help me a little.
Look, wouldn't you rather learn how to fight properly? I'll be happy to train you.
I don't know if it's a good idea. Auntie says I'm a little slow.
Oh, you'll manage. Knocking someone's teeth out is actually pretty simple. And you've got the strength of 3 men. So there's nothing for you to be afraid of.
Well, all right. Oof, I can't anymore.
Me neither. Let's take a break.
Do you think I stand a chance against Stanley now?
Definitely a better chance than if you pretended to beat me, but still knew nothing. I'm not saying you'll beat him to a pulp now, but at least you should be able to hit back.
Thanks, Emery. You're a true friend.
You're welcome.
Hey, do you like horses or dogs?
Not in particular.
Well, I sure do. Come see me in Grun sometime. I'll take care of the horses and hands, and I'll tell you all about them.
You said you could teach me something. Like what?
Well, I don't know much, but I do understand animals. That's for sure.
You take care of dogs and horses here, right?
Aye, they're my favourite. They're kind, they don't hurt you or curse you when you mess something up. And when you're sad, they look at you with those big eyes of theirs. They don't even need to say anything. Yet you feel better right away.
You see? I'm sure you know a few tricks.
Sorry, I can't right now. You'll have to come back another time.
Well, it seems like this was a waste of time. Hey, good man! I need to speak with you. Hey!
What are you doing hanging around here, old man? Are you all right?
Not entirely. I'm Sejezek of Holohlavie.
And I'm Henry.
Well, Henry, I'm terribly sorry, but this is an ambush.
What?
Please don't make it harder for me than it already is, and surrender nicely. I don't want to hurt you.
Are you yanking my pizzle?
Unfortunately not. Turn out your purse so we can get this over with.
Touch me and I'll break your legs, you old fool.
Calm yourself, my good fellow. Believe me, this hurts me as much as it does you.
I sincerely doubt it. What kind of peculiar robber are you?
Robber? How dare you insult me so?
What else should I call you?
I am a man of honor. Only I've been a bit down on my luck recently.
So it seems. Even this ambush isn't working out too well for you. What you were shouting at me sounded more like rather rude begging for alms.
And what was I supposed to say?
Your money or your life? That usually does the trick.
But I don't want to take your life. I just want money.
Can't you find some fucking other way to earn coin? You said you're a knight, right? So go and serve some lord.
I'd have to get my horse and armor back first. Without them, I'm useless as a knight.
Someone stole your horse and gear? How?
It's a long story.
No matter. I have time enough.
I made my living through honourable service. Most recently as a mercenary in King Sigismund's service.
How could you fight for Sigismund? After all that foreign dog did here?
Petsunia non olet, my friend. You know the saying, money doesn't stink, at least up to a certain point. Our unit was tasked with requisition supplies in Betschwar. That's a village not far from here. Zavish of Garbov, my commander, said the people were starting to cheat the army on supplies, so we were to reweigh and recount everything. And he was right. They were slipping sand into the flour sacks, and they were playing dumb about it. Zavish lost it, and the requisitioning turned into plundering.
Well, it's not pretty. But these people knew what they were up against. If they'd been honest...
Then they'd have nothing left. Wherever the requisitioning unit goes, even the mice starve. I went to Zavish to stop it. What's chivalrous about plundering and killing innocents? In the end, I challenged him to a duel. We wagered our honor, our armor, and our horses.
And you lost it all.
And with it, my place in the army.
Why did you wager everything in the first place? Is it some kind of knightly tradition?
Not always. It's a gesture to show that you really will defend your point of view at all costs.
It was noble of you to stand up for the common folk.
Perhaps. But you see the result. No good deed goes unpunished. Now, I'm trying to get enough coin to get my things back. And you seemed like a skilled fighter. That's why I chose you. If I must do something so despicable as robbing people, then at least they should be capable of defending themselves.
What if I tried to help you? I'll go to your commander and try to convince him to give it all back.
You'd do that for me?
Oh, I offered, didn't I? So, where can I find this man?
In Sigismund's camp. His name is Zavish of Garbov. He has a black eagle and 3 yellow stones on his coat of arms. He's got a rather inconspicuous tent above the camp kitchen. Hopefully you'll find it.
And how will I recognize your things? Is your coat of arms on them?
Of course, on my cuirass and on the caparison of my horse Gringolet. It's the same as I have on my shield here. A black raven with a ring in its beak on a yellow ground. If you get my things back from Zavish, come and see me in the tavern in Pshitok. They let me sleep in the hay there.
What are you doing here?
I'm resting. There has been so much to do lately that even I, too, must rest before proceeding. Like peasants at harvest time. That is hard labor, too.
What kind of work do you do?
I assist people, sometimes with their pain, their suffering, their hatred. It varies from one soul to the next.
You sit there so serenely as you tell me such things. You're a little scary. You know that?
I scare you. You need not fear me. I don't hurt anyone. I only help. It is that which comes before me you should fear, not me. If I may, I have a question for you too.
You may.
We have seen each other many times. Why have you left it until now to stop by?
I don't remember seeing you before.
Really? I have always been with you whenever you... Well, never mind. Just consider how many times you have had me by your side. I am leaving now. Good luck, Henry of Skalitz.
You know my name. And you know where I'm from.
I was there. It kept me very busy.
Die! Die! Go! Go!
Whoa! Whoa!
Quick!
Easy. Easy. Nice and slow.
Was darf's heute Morgen sein?
How's it going, Captain? Do you have any work for me?
Sehr interessant. I thought you were helping Shishka.
What of it? So is there anything you need a hand with, Frenzel?
Zum Glück nicht. Nothing urgent. If you're looking for einen Pfuschen, try your luck elsewhere.
I heard Kuttenberg surrendered to Sigismund, and his army is running amok here in the area.
They are. These dreckigen Hurensöhne are angry, you see? They thought they would rake in the silver from the Kuttenberg mines. But they couldn't have been more wrong. Sigismund kept all the treasure for himself. Why should he pay them out of his own pocket when the local lords are feeding them?
What? I don't understand.
Dann pass mal auf. As soon as the soldiers began looting the villages around the city, the local nobility quickly decided it's better to pay them Lösegeld.
So that Hungarian bastard is getting rich, while the locals feed his army?
Das trifft den Nagel auf den Kopf. And yet, that carrot-top Schweinehund lets the monks in the Zealots monastery fuss over him while he receives legations from the whole kingdom.
Do you know by chance how to get into that monastery where Sigismund is staying?
Wie bitte? Hast du den Verstand verloren? You can forget about that. You won't get in there. And listen closely to what I tell you. I don't know what you're planning, but I'll give you some good advice. Leave Sigismund alone. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but surely. You'll see. You'd better be glad you still have your head.
How do things work around here? Is there something I should be wary of?
Not really, except for the Sigismund military camp at Opatowitz. And it isn't really all that safe in the raised villages either. Diese Banditenbanden have settled in there. A bunch of dozers who'll easily cut your throat for a piece of bread. So God will, these evil times will soon be over.
Did Sigismund also attack Suchdol?
Oh yes, as soon as he got here. But my men know what to do. With the Hilfe Gottes, we fended him off and forced him to negotiate. Mein Herr Peter, however, had to pay him a fat Lösegeld to leave us in peace. The villagers in the vicinity fared even worse.
What happened?
They raised Missables and Opatowitz. There was nothing left but ashes and stones. They haven't been here since then, but who knows what tomorrow may bring. Der Teufel soll Sigismund holen.
I'd like to learn something.
What is this about?
I'd like to know a few tricks with a halberd.
Great. Let's get to it. Learning this trick will take some time.
God grant you health.
I'd like to learn something.
What is this?
I'd like to learn...
Also gut. Damit wir uns verstehen. I don't like those Schwertmeister these days, who swagger around with a longsword. For me, a weapon is simply just a tool like any other. Wenn du wirklich Interesse hast, I'll show you one of my favorite blows with a mace to the chin. Was sagst du dazu?
That sounds good.
Das ist richtig. This strike is about a few hard attacks, after which you quickly swing your axe and slice with it from below. It simply sends a man flying to heaven, and then sends him straight to hell. Und jetzt, try it out a few times, junger Mann. Oh ja, ja. Das hast du gut
God
gemacht, mein
bless. You.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
My, what a...
Go!
Quick!
I went past your garden the other day, and that dog of yours is really sad.
Oh well, what can you do? Farewell then. Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Praise God.
No, I don't care for gossip.
Nor do I. But this is important.
I'm not interested.
But this is about money.
What? Go on then.
He wants to fleece us again.
Damn it, that's just what we need.
Exactly. We'll have to talk to the others this evening and decide what to do. It can't go on like this.
Farewell.
Aye, well, see you later.
I have to hammer it more evenly. I'm always hitting the same place. That's no good. It's already cooled off. It's not worth it.
The journey itself was great. No delays, nice weather. But I've got to say, it's a scary place out there.
Nothing but footpads and ruffians, eh? I keep saying, this country needs a firm hand.
I saw that firm hand of yours with my own eyes. Some bastards burned down a farm near Missables.
Shit. Who was it?
I don't know.
Hear what Master Jan Hus of Prague teaches us. Priests wallow in gold, while their falsehoods and indulgences condemn all Christendom to eternal torture. Can that be right? Salvation cannot be for sale. But what do they say? Pay and you shall...
If anything, we'll say we're training.
Well...
Come on. Otherwise we'll shit ourselves.
All right. I'll try to find something.
Here it comes.
Dem killet volle beluisterd als oorlog.
God bless. Lord be with you.
Excuse me, sir. My name is Henry, and...
Forget the pleasantries. Czego chcesz?
I've come about Sir Jerzy Kopolahlavi.
Ależ, no w takim razie to znacznie gorzh, prawda? Such a distinguished visit. What do you want from me?
I want you to give him his things back. His armor and horse.
Oh, you want them, do you? Well, I suppose I ought to get right to it. And toss in a few extra groschen on top, eh? I'd rather let the armor rust than give it back to Ježek. Did he even tell you how he lost it?
He told me you argued, and he challenged you to a duel.
And did he tell you why?
Because you torched a village full of innocent people.
Innocent people? Pryč tego skurwysyna. They tried to cheat us. They gave us sacks full of sand instead of flour. They knew exactly what could happen to them.
But I understand that you're mad at Ježek, but he needs help. It's just not right for a lord to become a thief.
So that is what his lordship from Hololavi is doing now.
What else is left when you've taken everything from him? You're the only one who can do anything about it.
Yes, maybe I can send my men to drag him here in chains and lash him with a whip.
You know what? I've had enough of this. I should have known right away. There's no reasoning with a murderer like you. It's people like you with no conscience who make war so ugly. If Ježek had beaten you, then...
Ježek lost! And he still understood nothing. You know what? I'll give you Ježek's armor and his old nag, but we will duel. Nice and chivalrously, like knights should. I will bet the horse and armor, and you will match the price in groschen. It will give us both something to strive for.
What kind of duel?
We will compete in 3 rounds. Pole arms first, then short swords and shields, and finally with long swords. Each man shall take his own weapons and armor. All you have to do to win is beat the other man twice, and the winner takes it all.
But that's not very fair. You're a knight. You've trained in combat all your life. But I'm barely a page. Couldn't I have a slight advantage?
Shall I blindfold myself? Hop on one leg? Or did you have something else in mind?
No, I don't want an easy win. Just an even chance.
Oh, then I will fight in just a gambeson and chainmail. Does that seem fair to you?
I suppose so.
Excellent! Get yourself the necessary armor and equipment. When you are ready, bring me the coin and we will start.
You shouldn't be bothering us here.
I'm always... Excuse me.
Good day to you. What would you like?
Show me your wares. I'd like to discuss the price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
Only because it's you.
That's more like it. Just a bit more, and we can shake hands. Finally, a reasonable sum. I hope you'll be satisfied. My friend.
Let's talk about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
Is this enough?
We're nearly there. Just lower your price a bit more. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Thank you, and a good day to you.
All right, I'm ready. We can fight.
Tough Spaniale. But you have to put down the coin up front.
Here you go. Down to the last groschen.
Just how I like it. How should the herald introduce you?
I want it to be known that Henry of Skalitz defeated you, and that he did it for all the common folk who had their roofs burned over their heads because of the likes of you.
Very nice speech. But let us see how you talk when I knock some of your teeth out. Come on. I cannot wait.
Hail, gentlemen, brave knights, loyal comrades. Today, we will witness a duel between... Sir Zavish of Garbov, called the Black, and Henry of Skullets. Henry, a commoner, will fight today in the name of Sir Jezek of Holohlavi. The noble lord of Garbov has decided to accept the challenge because of this very fact. With 3 duels, they will settle once and for all the dispute between the Lord of Garbov and the Lord of Holohlavi. I ask both combatants to take their positions and take up arms. Let the clash of polearms begin! And the winner is... Henry of Skullets. I can't believe it myself. He's beaten the Lord of Garbov. Both combatants may now catch their breath and have a bath maid tend to their wounds before the next round. Both combatants are ready for the second round. The duel with one-handed weapons can begin.
For glory! For glory!
Comes to an end. And the winner is Henry of Scullets.
Hey,
Unbelievable.
sir.
God must
Hey.
have guided
Don't
his
you need
hand.
some-
Both combatants may now tend to their wounds and rearm themselves for the third and final duel.
Hey, sir!
Damn, that hurts. Can you do something about it?
It's nothing, you baby. It'll heal before your wedding.
The noblest fight begins. The long
For glory!
The long sword duel is at its end, and the undisputed winner is Henry of Scullets. He's defeated his rival with an incredible performance. All
At least it
three
stopped the
duels
bleeding.
were well fought, and God was on the side of the one in the right. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it. Not only has the brave Henry won glory, he's cleared the name of Lord Jezek of Holohlavi from disgrace, while he put the Lord of Garabov to shame with his performance. The dispute between these two gentlemen is now at an end. Glory to the victor, honor to the vanquished.
Well, is that everything?
Is it not enough for you? I cannot believe it! I, the champion of tournaments all the way from Brittany to Venice, and I end up beaten by a yokel like you, with his finger up his nose.
I thought losing would make you angrier.
I would like to kill you like a dog, but you won fair and square. I must give you that. You will find the horse stabled up by the gate, and you can take the armor from my chest.
Haven't you forgotten something?
The groschen are in the chest, too.
Farewell, Lord of Garbov.
Well, off you go. And good luck.
Socorro.
I'm sorry?
Well, that should be everything. Jezek's sure to be happy.
Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain? You really don't know anything about this.
Hey there, pony. If only you knew how much trouble you caused me, friend. But I'm sure Jezek can't wait to see you.
Oi! You! Come here!
Where do you think you're going?
Into the camp, of course.
Oh, aye. They can't wait to see you. Look here. No strangers are allowed in, so turn around and sod off back to the pile of dung you crawled out of.
All right, calm down. I'll go somewhere else.
And bloody stay there. Go back where you came from. Are you trying to piss me off? Get You again? Come here!
Go! Die! Go! Ka! Quick! Quick! Go! Ka! Go! 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 Ka!
Quick!
Ka! All right, boy, we're here. I'm sure your master is waiting for you. Sorry, Pony. I just needed to borrow you for a moment. But soon we'll get you back to your master.
God bless.
About these things of yours.
Did Zavish listen to you? Tell me, how did it go?
Well, it wasn't easy. I had to take part in a nightly duel.
Damn. He didn't hurt you too much, I hope.
Well, that fella? Come on. He hardly had a chance to blink and he was on his arse. He hadn't a chance against me.
But he's a tournament veteran. You have my admiration, lad. What about my Gringolet? Did he give him to you?
He's waiting for you at the inn. He's really quite a good horse for his age.
The best. The House of Hollowlavy will be forever in your debt. Take this shield, so at least you'll have something to remember me by if this is farewell for good, which is quite likely given how old and grey I am. I'd like to give you my spurs. You may not be a knight, but they can still be of use to you. And you know what? Now that I have my things back, I can do without the groschen I've saved up. Take them. Let them be of some use.
Ah, it was no bother. And what are you going to do next? I trust you're done with robbing.
As the Lord is my witness, I'm done. It's time for me to go home. I haven't been there in years, and somehow I feel it in my bones that I shouldn't put it off.
Well then, I'm glad to have met you, Sir Knight.
Godspeed, valiant Henry.
I'd like to learn something.
What is this about?